Helena Amarantine is dead. You guys are in her house, covered in blood. And as you look out the windows, you start to see a lot of lawmen beginning to surround the house.
Guys, we get our asses whooped. Let's loot the bodies and bail.
So I wake from my knocked out slumber and I look in my pants because I feel like something's missing, and it wasn't there. And I do find it discarded on the ground, and I don't put it back in my pants though. It doesn't have that sacred spot anymore because it's been defiled.
I kind of want to take a trophy from Helena's house, even if it's insignificant.
Okay, yeah. You're in like a study looking thing, so there's a lot of books.
Okay, I want to find the coolest, most ornately covered book there.
Okay. Yeah, there's a leather-bound copy. It's just titled The Crystal Lattice, and it's written by Anonymous. And upon brief inspection, you feel like this book was written about the god Handelhan.
Can I do any sort of like arcana check or anything to see if there's anything of magical interest?
There's a magical shimmer coming from a nearby cabinet, and when you open it up in there's a small opal stone.
Oh, I immediately grab it and stick that in my pants.
I guess I'm gonna say we should bail, you guys. Let's go.
From outside, you guys hear a voice shout, "I don't know what's going on in there, but y'all better come out with no weapons or whatever. What are you doing in there? Come out."
Okay, I'm gonna roll investigation to see if we can find a back door.
Yeah, there's a back door.
Okay, let's go that way.
Do we loot anybody? Or do we have time?
We could just take Helena with us.
We don't want to be any more implicated in this than we already are.
Yeah, there's a little bag of coins. It's got about 15 gold in it, and there's a note in there that's got a wax seal on it. You guys run through the back door. Who's going out first?
I'll go out first. And I want to grab a jacket from one of the service people on the way out and put it over top of my gear. And I'm going to cast my cantrip Mask of Many Faces to look like a average service person in this house that I remember from earlier.
Yeah, you find a rack. There's like a rack full of, damn, dude, these rolls are killing it. There's a rack full of things.
I'll grab 3 and throw 2, 1 to Thedowin and 1 to Bean. I'll just be like, put it on. Trust me. And as I say that, I cast the spell, and you see me kind of turn into just an average-looking human in the city.
You're walking out the doors first.
I'll walk out next. I'll just look like a normal, servant with my shield and trident and sword.
So here's how we're gonna do this. Bazakar is gonna roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. Morgan, you're gonna roll one regular until you're gonna roll one with advantage because of the order that you're coming out of these doors. You walk out of the doors and you hear someone go, "Hey there!" And then someone falls on top of Bazakar from above the doorway. And he says, "Yeah, suckers, we knew you'd come out the back door." Thedowin actually just falls down when he sees this happen, and Bean is able to hop over all of them and not be affected at all. You've got a lawman on top of Bazakar. He's looking around, he's like, "Hey, he looks like one of the servants."
Yeah, I'll be like, what's the big idea?
The hell you doing sneaking out the back door? Don't you know there's been a murder in here?
Sneaking out, I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
Sorry, there's 2 guys here. There's 2 lawmen here. One of them's on top of Bazakar, and the other one is now holding Thedowin, and Bean is, I'm guessing, just
slowly backing away, but trying to be.
And so one of them looks at the other, and he's like, "Hey, Jerry, you think that innocent people run from a crime scene?" "Well, I know, Larry. I don't think that innocent people run from a crime scene." "You mind telling me what you doing running from a crime scene if you're so innocent?"
Officers, I'll tell you everything. Eagle came in and murdered everyone.
I'm gonna mage hand to try and muffle Thedowin.
I'm just swatting at a fly while I'm saying, "This eagle came in, started slashing eyes, and then it shit thunder."
I'll kind of cut Thedowin off and be like, "Oh, escape. We're just trying to not get killed in there."
Do you see who was doing the killing?
Well, we heard some chanting, and a bunch of guards came in.
Jerry, you believe this shit? This guy says that the eagle did some killing? Eagle was chanting? Nah, Larry, that doesn't make no sense to me.
Jeeves could clear all this up. He was there too.
Nope, no he was not. Never heard of that guy's name in my life.
Larry, who the hell's Jeeves? I think he's talking about Jenkins there, Jerry. Oh, hey, little guy, did you mean Jenkins? Hey, Jenkins! Jenkins!
Oh,
And Jenkins
nope.
comes around the corner.
Oh shit.
Jenkins, these guys, do they work here? And Jenkins is looking at you guys.
Are they both looking at Jenkins?
One of them is, and the other one's looking like at Jerry.
Well, they're not looking. I'm gonna look at Jenkins and do the like finger to lips, shut up, and like show him like my dagger or something to be like, yeah,
Oh my
god!
I'll kill you again.
Can we roll insight to see if we think he's gonna spill the beans or not?
Yeah, see, look, Ash Jenkins. We were just inside working, and these crazy dudes came in, and we heard a ruckus, and then I think Helena is hurt inside. You guys should go check her out.
So Jenkins looks between Bean's dagger and the guy, like, and then Thedowin on the ground and Bazakar dressed up. And then like some more lawmen approach from behind him, and he like looks behind him, and he's like, no, these yes, they are brand new to this, the manse. Please escort them away quickly so they can be safe. Damn you! Go, aren't you lawmen? What are you thinking? And as they walk you to the front of the house, you're approached by the guy who looks like the captain. And he introduces himself as Renault Demus.
Hi, Ronaldo.
Renault, but thanks. Hi, you guys doing okay?
Yeah, much better now.
Yeah, your guys almost killed us.
You can't be too careful when you got a murdering going on, and Helena is kind of part of some not so great stuff, so sometimes you just gotta be careful when you're dealing with stuff. She really dead? Is she really dead? And he's like looking behind you into the windows. Is she really dead in there?
We were just booking it out because we were washing dishes.
Did you happen to get a good look at these killers? Because there was one person seen leaving, a real big hulking fella seen leaving a little bit before we showed up. We got people looking for him.
I saw someone looked like they just came from the docks.
And so he turns around and barks some orders to some guys, and a couple of them run off in the direction of the docks. Hey, I feel like I recognize you guys. And he starts to kind of pull you away from the greater group of people. You're working here to pay off a debt? What's going on?
I had like 3 more years in my contract, before she, then of course she adds interest and it adds like another 4 years. But I was on the path to, being debt free.
What about you? And he's looking at Bazakar.
I'm just an old man and lots of debts.
Lots of debts. What is it that you couldn't just be bothered to make some money yourself? Why'd you have to go borrowing from Helena? How long you been around town for?
Little bit of this, little bit of that. Well, maybe too much of this, actually, you might say.
Listen, and he's leaning in, and you get the feeling that this is the thing he wanted to ask you. He's like, now, you fellas get a lead on the Primarch? Because Greave told me you were handling that, and here I am investigating a murder, and I know those two ain't unrelated.
Some bitch, you're in on this too?
Primarch? The hell's a Primarch?
Listen, you guys are you're Greaves dudes, and I respect that, but I don't appreciate having to respond to another Temple Splinter's messes. He opens up his shirt, like his jacket, a little bit, and shows you like there's a little badge in there that is the Shrike Temple symbol.
And I'll point to Thedowin's pants and be like, show him.
You go to show him the note, and he goes, whoa. He goes, this ain't my investigation. That's Greaves. I ain't your commander. All right, you go get a hold of Greave and you show him what you got. I want no part of that.
Fair enough. You were asking about it though.
I'm asking why the hell you guys are disrupting my peaceful city when you're supposed to be asking around for Greave, not murdering loan sharks.
Okay, fine. We won't kill any more people.
That's what I want to hear.
In case we do kill anyone else, though, do you have like a number or a call sign or anything like that?
Yeah. Who do we? So we should just be able to ask for Renault, right? All right. Well, thanks, Ronaldo. We're gonna go back to the inn.
He just kind of shakes his head. He's like, just stay out of trouble.
So he walked away? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here while we still can.
All right, so you go back to the Willowbout Inn, and sitting in like inside, like obviously there's the regular like bar set up in the front part. There's a couple regular patrons, people you'd seen before. There's a really good looking dude sitting at one of the tables.
Guys, you guys think that guy looks like Brad Pitt?
Bard Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Wrong class. So I'm just sitting there reading a book and I have a drink at the table.
I'm gonna go over to Kashmir. So anything interesting happened today?
Oh, it's you. Sure. Lots of things. I heard that Teacher of Lost was all up in a tizzy about a scrap of paper that was crumpled up. He's been playing with it all day. Some of the later news says that maybe Helena Amarantine is dead. That's kind of weird. Ooh, you look like you maybe got knocked out for a little bit there, huh?
No. No, we were fishing.
All right, well, he's doing that with Kashmir. I'm going to walk over to Yolani and flip the lapels on my jacket as I like try to get the dust off.
Are you popping your collar?
Be like, what brings a fine gentleman like yourself to this bar?
Just examining things. Is there anything broken, like, on your, person that I can see?
Yeah, I'll probably just have, like, a broken buckle or something, because I just got the shit kicked out of me.
I'm just gonna reach over, like, underneath the table.
Okay.
No, not what you think. And just touch the buckle, mending on it. It's...
And then I'm gonna yell over, "Hey, Bazakar, who's your friend?"
Well, I don't know. I'm just getting the pleasure of making his acquaintance.
Yes, I am Ilohani.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bazakar. These are my associates.
It's great to meet you, but it's better to meet me.
Hey, Kashmir, I'll take
audacity.
3 ales, and we're gonna put it on that dude's tab.
He's like immediately he goes, "Oh my god, please don't tell me that you're gonna get more water for those dwarves. Please."
No, that's
Please.
fee win.
Don't know how to settle that, but...
Loose in the pocket. I can cover us. Bing, bing, bing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, no, I just bought him for us.
I walk up to Kashmir because I haven't been standing by him this whole time. I'm like, "Hey, Kashmir, how's your brother? Give him my regards. He's great. 4 waters, please." On me.
Is it okay to discuss things openly here?
Yeah.
No, because I've been watching for a little bit, and he looks down at his hand. There's in charcoal some writing. I need to help you with the sharike stuff.
I think that's a good noodle joint just down the road.
Uh,
It's more of a temple.
Yes, that's it. That's perfectly it. I'm here to help. I mean, I helped with your belt buckle. Are any of you very hurt right now? I mean, you look like you got beat to shit, but...
So I'll just kind of side-eye Bean and be like, yeah, maybe some healing is in order.
I have to say, someone took something from me, and I fear I'll never be whole again. I just look at my journal, just...
They got in his pants.
God damn it.
I mean,
I had
is it
everything
just
in-
ripped up, or...
It was intimate, you know? I mean, I had everything in there. Everything. And they just looked through it. And who knows what they did with it.
Well, I cannot help you with that.
That's what I thought. And I walk over to the fire, and I just throw it in. You know, everyone, we're capitalists. And you know what capitalists do when we have a hard time? We pivot. I'm pivoting. No more journaling.
Buy low, sell high.
Someone attended the midnight strategy session. Did we actually look through the other note ever that's in my pants?
Oh wait, what was the seal on it? Because that one was sealed.
It's not a symbol you recognize.
Nothing I recognize either.
Not.
He's going falsetto.
Yeah, you'd probably recognize variants of this symbol.
Seems vaguely familiar.
All the message says is, "He's made it." It's written hastily.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it.
Theoduin knows that this was probably written by a female hand. You're pretty sure that just based on the way that this was sitting in the purse, it looked like she'd had it for a little while and hadn't opened it yet. So you know it's probably a little bit older. And with Detect Magic, you feel, how do I put this? There's remnants of very hard necrotic spells. This note has passed through somewhere that had a lot of evil magics being performed.
Quick question. With this bird, is there a particular object that it is holding or carrying with it?
It has a message tube tied to its ankle.
It was made out of tin, and you've never seen that before.
It was made out of some strange metallic stuff. It said Campbell's.
Is this another noodle joke?
Okay, I'm definitely gonna just walk over to the corner and just start playing music.
Cool. Make a performance check.
I got 10.
Bean's a bard, right? Like that's pretty clear, and he's not a bad bard. But the reason that this doesn't go so well is because he goes up and begins to play while there's another bard already playing. It just kind of gets in the way, and then Theoden decides to go and dance, I guess, and ends up knocking over both Bean and the other bard.
I'm gonna talk to the other bard and be, oh, was tonight your night? I thought you were off shift here.
You're not even on the schedule.
I was talking to Kashmir. He said all the people were complaining about your music. They said it sounded like, rusty bagpipes.
He stands up and brushes himself off indignantly. He's like, Kashmir's not in charge.
Yeah, so I was just gotta go talk to him. He said he was looking for a new bard because the current one for this shift wasn't very good. Hey, you haven't seen that guy, have you?
He's like, I have no idea who you're talking about. Get out of my play space. This is not a shared play space. This is not multiplayer.
So I think I'm just standing there on the stage then. Oh yeah? Well, watch this. And I try to bring my water cup to me with a lightning lure. I go, lightning lure!
Oh my god. You blow up the table. You straight up like whiplash the table, like whiplash in Iron Man 2. Just slice the table open.
In the midst of this, I'm changing direction to Garn, and I'm just going straight upstairs. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore. It's just, nope.
Kashmir, sorry, I was trying to get my water cup. It's a spell thing. It doesn't always work as intended. Ask your brother; he would know. He went through that spell school.
I'm just slowly approaching the table, and I look up, and I'm like, can I have another drink if I fix this?
If you can fix that, I'll give you all the drinks you want tonight.
Oh, snap.
All right, I'm gonna just keep casting mending until it's all the way fixed.
That's my brother's favorite table.
I come in, I knock on Bean's door. I'm staying with you. I have my bedroll.
No, me and Bazikar voted. It's his turn.
What? I run in and lock the door.
You can't hear this, okay?
Bazikar! Knock, knock, knock.
No, not here.
I just opened the door.
It's locked.
17 strength.
Oh shit! You bashed my door open.
Morgan, I forget all the time that you're playing a fighter character.
Really, I just twisted the handle. I didn't even notice it was locked. I just turned for me.
Theoden, as you like wrench the door open, there's a light sound from behind you, like a light kind of sounding fluttering noise.
Like the bird?
Turn around and yeah, the hawk is right there behind you. The bird definitely looks friendly to you, but it won't go into the room with you. It'll hop on your arm, but it won't go into the room with you. It actually sticks its leg out that has the message tube in it, and it kind of turns its head at you and like looks expectantly.
I just kind of like make camp in the hallway there then. Just start sitting on the floor and open up the message.
No, there's no message in it. It's waiting for your message.
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, I'll write a quick note, I guess, to update. This is for Greaves, right?
We don't
Or
know.
we
who
don't
it's
know.
For.
Then I'll just write a question mark.
Presumably, it's for the guy who saved our asses.
I believe in his message he had told you, he gave you a little bit of information. He said he wanted to possibly like split the investigation with you, split the bounty if there was one, and asked for you guys to respond and told you to look for his bird.
Yeah, give me the paper. And I'll write, interested in meeting to discuss this further. Tomorrow, high noon, the square.
P.S. Theoden says hi.
P.S. Theoden says hello. P.P.S. Come alone. P.P.P.S. Bring money for beer.
And the bird.
And the bird.
Cool. You guys sent the You send the bird off.
I'm
Yeah.
passing out on the couch.
Oh yeah, wait, Bean, you left Yolani down there.
Yeah, I'll go get him.
Yeah, go get. I have data win.
Hey, Elena,
I'm ready to sleep on the floor.
you need a place to crash. Plus, the car has an extra spot.
I have an intense morning ritual.
That
Oh,
sounds
you're not the
awesome.
only one.
I'll just come into the room then. Is there a bed?
Yeah, I think it's singular bed.
I'm just gonna immediately take that. No regard if you called it or not, just take it.
You've been out beaned, Bean.
There's a sound in the middle of the night that actually wakes up Bazakar, and it's someone going, what the fuck up out of this door?" And then just going, "Ah!" and then like boots that walk away. But it was loud enough that you woke up to it. Really early in the morning, once again, you hear a little bell in the corner of the room go, and you hear a voice come out and say, "Hello, it's your early bird wake-up call." Because Bazakar didn't get a great night's sleep because of all that, you take 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, wow, Bazakar, what? You look like crap.
Out of my way, Bean.
I'm gonna come downstairs. Is there like muffins around?
It's got a pretty big breakfast deal going on.
I'm just gonna grab 5 muffins and just like walk away trying to hide for.
One of the staff sees you and they're like, you don't have to, you can take, okay, bye.
I look and I like shove them further into my like jacket.
And I'm just gonna grab an omelet.
You go up and look for the omelets, and the guy says, "Yes, we found a fresh nest of ankheg eggs, and we're making them with those."
Are there any other eggs available?
Well, I mean, there's regular old boring chicken eggs, but you insult me by not eating my ankheg egg omelet. What's your name? You look like you'd be named after some kind of a food.
My name is Bazakar, and I'm staying in room 328.
And as you're like doing that, my imp flies over and knocks your tray out of your hand.
I walk over to the chef. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Thadu and Durai. What's your name?"
My name is Bob.
Hypothetical for you. Let's say, because I know you're a cook and you're probably fantastic at it. Let's say, just hypothetically, you're a hawk or an eagle, some big bird of prey. What do you have that you would like eating?
Maybe
Or
like a dead
treat?
rodent from outside.
That's what you have.
Um,
That's what you...
What I do have, and he starts looking around, and he pulls out a bunch of chickens, and he's like, "I haven't quite prepared these, but you could probably
This will
have
do
one."
fine. And I just grab 1 or 2 and stick them in my pants.
So, where do you guys want to try looking for this bird?
Do you want to describe it to me? The casing in detail?
Oh, yeah. So it's silver.
We saw the
red,
bird last night. We didn't even think to.
Red
Look
and
at the
white
case.
label, and it says Campbell's Chunky Potato Noodle Soup. And it looks
Alright.
foreign, so I don't think there's very many, because I've never seen it.
So I'm gonna go with that information, and I'm gonna burn a level 2 spell slot to locate object.
Making burn a level spell slot to find Campbell's soup.
You don't ping on anything. It's not within range. Wherever this bird
All right.
went.
Where do you guys want to start looking today?
Well, we have a meeting at noon.
Starbucks?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, we have not gone to.
Yes, please.
Starbucks. Is Garn around?
You don't see him. Isabel's at the back desk, where you, like with checking in for rooms and stuff.
I'm gonna go see Isabel. So is Garn around? Kashmir said he was a little worried.
Garn's worried about those dwarves coming back. They keep coming back every. Well, they were back last night. It seems that considering there was no big brawl over water in the bar, I'm assuming that you guys didn't cross paths. That's a good thing. They were pretty mad about that. Who was it that gave them water? You don't give water to a dwarf who wants beer. That's crazy.
Well, it was that one fellow who likes to play music on that 7 to 9 o'clock shift.
That bitch.
You know the one. He was here last night. Me and Kashmir were talking, and we were just so happy that the doors weren't there because it was definitely him. I would talk to Garn about getting rid of that bar. He was kind of eyeing up some of the other patrons too. I think he has, a tendency to take some coins when they're not looking.
Bean has become a compulsive liar.
She pulls over the guest book and immediately just starts erasing his name. And she's like, "Well, we can't have that around here. I'll talk to my manager."
Yeah, and you're gonna have a gap in there, and I'm pretty amenable, so you may as well just pencil me in, and we'll try it out for a week.
What was your name again? Because the last person who was in here called himself Reed, and I don't think you're that guy.
My name is Nick Bean. You may have seen me on the popular BardTube channel.
Well, now I'm calling you Nicholas.
She's like, "Oh my God, I'm your biggest. How did I not recognize you? Of course. Oh, what luck! What a happy day! It's Nick Bean." And she
Okay, well,
knocks on the door.
simmer down.
She knocks on the door behind her. She's like, "Garn, get out here! It's Nick Bean, our favorite bard tuber. We got your pigeons every day."
Yes, the pigeon net is quite good.
All those tweeters that you sent out were the greatest.
All those tweeters.
We're doing a bit for an upcoming pigeon net exclusive. We're trying to get in touch with someone from the Crest Foundation. It's really important.
They sell toothpaste.
We're looking for someone from the Crest Foundation. Pretty sure they bought the inn, and now we're looking, and we've got a really good exclusive coming up. And we also need an interview with you guys versus the primary managers of this great inn.
I'm too nervous to be interviewed by the great Nick Bean.
Fozakar is vomiting in his mouth while this is going on.
So Garn, what can you tell me about who bought the inn? How can I get in touch with them?
Right, the Crest Foundation. Well, they do have meetings bi-weekly in High-Risk Keep, of course.
When's the next meeting?
Let me just pull out my handy-dandy Crest Foundation meeting schedule that I definitely have under this bar. Who the hell do you think I am? I don't keep track of that. And then he stops. He's like, "No, I'm only kidding. They own this place. Of course we keep track of their meetings." You look like such a fool. You should have seen your face. I see that you don't have any rooms here. Do you want me to book you some more rooms, or what's cool to deal with that?
I do need the suite. Yeah, I saw a half elf going in there, and we both know she can't afford that on her. So I think it's only in her best interest that you downgrade her to a more affordable room. I heard her saying that her father cut her off and was no longer gonna pay for her travels, so she's gonna be desperate. I wouldn't let her rack up a huge bill if I were you. In fact, she probably is paying for it on credit, so I would watch out for that.
As you're talking to him about this, his face is all serious because you're talking about someone who potentially can't pay for their room and board, and so he's got this like this face on him, and then you're like, "Maybe you should just move her out." And he goes, "Okay, I can do that for you." How many nights are you planning on staying?
I don't know.
Undecided. Of course, I know all of your songs, but you better play really well, because otherwise I might lose my job. I'll head up now and tell Krish that she has to leave. Also, Master Theduin, have you noticed that your room's door is completely destroyed?
I did see that happen. There was a defect whenever I went to open it. It fell off the hinges.
The front fell off.
It fell off.
I kind of say to Garn behind my hand, "It's part of a bit. Just roll with it."
Oh, is he pranking right now?
Yeah,
you pranking right now?
But we don't want it to go out on the pigeon.
Oh, and then he stands all weird. He's trying to act normal.
Do you want to grapple? I'll grapple you. See if you can break free.
Oh my God, are you just gonna wrestle this dude?
Yeah, could show him how strong I am.
So he goes, no, oh God, oh. You just go and put him in like a full Nelson, and he's like, very good, yes, very good. Now, can I please go tell the half-elf woman that she has to leave?
I have you in the grapple, and I just kind of whisper in your ear. I'm like, oh, when I gave the dwarves the water, I know I was supposed to tell them to fuck off. And so I think it was
piss off.
Oh yeah, piss off. No, I say fuck off. I can't remember. So I'm saying to you, fuck off.
This guy is just being held in place by Theodun, who's just saying piss off, piss off, piss off.
Stop hitting yourself.
See, this is how I broke the door.
I think he believes you, Theodwin. Anyone we should talk to now that, I helped you get him off here. Who should we talk to at Hyre's Keep, you think?
He falls unconscious.
Actually, I had him asleep.
Don't look around it. It looks unnatural, and then we have to do this whole bit again. I don't think Karn could handle this a second time.
I don't think he can handle it the first time. That was crazy.
You just choked out a man. Are you sure we shouldn't just leave?
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop by Starbucks. Fantasy Starbucks.
So you guys are going by Seagold, aka Fantasy Starbucks.
Oh yeah, Seagold. That's what it was.
And as you're in there, you hear some like commotion kind of coming from outside. And when you look around, you see a cloaked figure like just making a beeline for the door.
Can he make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Yeah, that's a fail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless the 7 beats your spell save DC. So he falls face forward onto the paving stones. And as he falls, his hood comes off, and you guys see Greave fall on face first onto the ground.
Oh, wait. Fuck. Undo that. That's kind of the guy who pays us.
Is this someone you know?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
You
We
seem to be
know.
causing a
Idiot.
commotion.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a
literally,
I think he
literally
just wanted to
everyone
talk to us.
inside of Seagold is like stopped and staring between you and this dude who just passed, like looked like he passed out as he walked through the doors.
Oh, don't worry, everyone. He is just excited to see his favorite bod tuba, Nick Bean. Faywin, I'll grab your coffee. You pick up our number one fan and bring him with us.
You can hear him as you pick him up. You hear him going. He's going. What the fuck?
Oh, that's right. I'm like leading Theodwin away with the paralyzed General Greaves.
It would probably be up by now because it's only a minute.
Yeah, he comes back to life on Theodwin's back, and he's like, "Let go of me!"
Sure.
He gets down. He's like,
What in hell is going on here? This is unacceptable behavior. Who's this?
he's like pointing at Elohani.
A concerned citizen.
Yes, clearly. Concerned citizen.
And he looks at Bazakar, and he's like,
Litesh, tell me what's going on.
A friend here apparently has a bit of a trigger finger.
he sort of stops. He's like, well,
Alright, I'll give you that. I did approach threateningly. Listen,
I mean, yes, you did.
What's going on? Damu just got a hold of me and told me that you guys were involved in some way in the death of Helana and Marantine? That's not exactly low profile, fellas.
Technically, we didn't kill her, but we nearly did.
Someone kind of came in and helped us out in the last stretch. We had her down to nothing, and then they just came and stole the kill.
he points at Elohani. He goes,
He came in and killed her?
No, I don't.
No, the party of we, in quotations, circling them. I was not there.
So if you didn't kill them,
and he points at Elohani.
he didn't kill them, then who did?
Well, we got a note to meet the guy with a bird. Do you know anyone who's famous for having a bird fly around?
So you mentioned bird, and his green eyes like flare really brightly.
Was it a hawk?
Yeah, it was either a crow or a hawk.
He's like scanning the skies and turning around and acting really super jumpy.
Come with me.
And he starts leading you guys out of the city.
But we were gonna go to High Risk Keep, but okay.
He goes, no. This is no longer, the Primarch is no longer the main target here. If this is who I think it is, then we have a lot larger things to discuss, and we need to get to the temple.
And so he hires a cart, like a horse and cart, a couple horses, and loads you guys up onto a cart, and you guys start heading for the Shrike's Temple.
I'm like reluctantly getting into the cart and just eyeing everyone like, the fuck is going on?
Elohani, this is Greaves. Greaves is with the Shrike's Temple.
He gave us stones of far speech, which we haven't been using this entire time. I forgot they're in here too. I'm looking at my pants.
So, Greave, if you didn't send Elohani, then who did?
I'm now just like looking away, like one leg crossed over the other, just trying to be out of this.
Somebody's lying. And it's not Greaves.
Do you want to give a little more information, Elohani?
Not particularly, because I don't have any information to share. Meaning
You're
I
more of
wasn't
a-
really paying attention. I was just told, go here, do this. But I'm not from around here.
Well, where are you from then, Yolani? It's time we get a little more info.
He's gonna sit there and think for a moment. Anyone have a map handy on them?
Yep, right here.
You see his finger go over it like a couple of times, and then he's just like, he points to Ebonhearth.
What's remind me what goes on there?
It's Ebenhearth is the capital of Elsira, which is that middle continent. Some news that would have definitely reached you guys. There's a civil war going on in Elsira. The whole continent is kind of caught up in it. And actually, the Jarl of Ebenhearth, the leader, was recently killed near the city of Cloudhenge. And he was like heading up the capital's army, and the army that was able to overtake and destroy him was out of Master's Point.
And how did you end up all the way over here?
I took a boat. I mean, I was just told to go over here. They paid my fare, and
Listen,
I'm here.
Elohani, you're terrible at 20 questions.
Oh no, I'm absolutely terrible at this game. Don't really have that many games where I come from.
Ah, yes. Where is that you come from?
Finger goes around again. Yes. What does that say?
Ah, yes, Theranos. That's what you said last time, isn't it? Right here.
Oh yes, right there. Perfect.
Baskar and Bean are just like,
Is it really important where I'm from, though?
I trust you entirely.
I will give you this. I mean you no harm. I'm only here to help.
You guys are looking ahead of you as you approach the Shrike's Temple, and you see the tops of the spires of the temple begin to emerge like beyond the curvature of the planet before you actually see the building proper. And it just like immediately gives you this overwhelming feeling of dread as you're looking at it. And Greave looks like super at home as you guys are like getting closer and closer. You guys have never actually been to the Shrike's Temple before. All of your meetings with any representatives of the Shrike's Temple have come either through Greave or like people that he sent to deal with you, and you've never actually been out to the temple. And so as you're approaching the temple, he kind of turns to you guys and he's like,
Look, if this is exactly what I think it is, then we've all just uncovered a really, really big, what do you call that? A twist. It's a twist. Because I've been looking, I've been looking for this guy for a long time. Do you remember that? Do you remember that group I told you about some time ago, the Mantle of Light? How we were,
Sure.
we're
Yes.
not a friend of them. They're not our friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this guy, he's pretty high up in that group. If he's following you, then that means you've been outed, and we need to change up our tactics a little bit. So I'm taking you here to the temple. The Inquisitors are going to have some questions for you. Don't worry, it's just standard fare. We'll get this over with and get you guys somewhere safe from the mantle. But this is the procedure now, all right? You guys good with this?
And he's kind of looking at you expectantly, like he definitely wants an answer.
What are these inquisitors? Are they friendly inquisitors?
No, it's the temple. The temple's inquisitors. It's everyone who comes through the temple's got to be questioned by them, especially when it's involved in some kind of an investigation like we got right now.
And who is it that is onto us, supposedly?
The Mantle of Light.
And he looks at Theoden and he's like,
Jirai, did they get your journal like I asked you to definitely not let them have?
I will answer all questions to the best of my abilities.
I've got no doubt with that.
And yes, they did.
Well, that's unfortunate.
But it's okay though, because I was really only just writing spells, because I was going to be an Eldritch Knight, but
I see
took
that
from
you've
my heart.
decided to take a different route and ride horses instead.
I pivoted.
That's a good pivot.
Could we roll insight maybe to see what his motives are?
Yeah, I don't really trust this guy.
before I answer this, what exactly you're looking for his motive, right? Like,
Yeah, well,
'cause it's just
yeah,
really
which is-
weird that the guy who saved us, he's telling us is like super evil, mean, and stuff, and he wants us to go get questioned. Like, I'm starting to think that we're gonna get poked.
Yeah, I think we're just concerned that he's not being truthful about what is happening here.
you're not getting any vibes from him like he's got any ill will towards you. As far as he's describing this process about how you're going to go talk to the Inquisitors and he's trying to keep you guys safe. And it sounds very businesslike in the way that he's talking about it. It sounds like something he's done before. And you don't get the impression that he's like misleading you. Now that being said, the temple looming behind him is definitely like very oppressive in your mind.
Does Greaves kind of seem to be acting out of character at all?
Out of character as far as what you know of him, yeah.
Yeah.
He's acting like the moment you guys mentioned a bird, it seemed like there's something personal involved with that. Something very personal with him involved with whatever that bird represents.
So who owns the bird? Greave.
Well, if I'm correct, again, I keep saying that, but if I'm right on this, then that bird belongs to a Grant Bellotier.
In your time working with the Shrikes Temple over the last, you had heard whispers of that name being involved with someone who helped escort an Inquisitor and like his group of lackeys, if you will. And they were calling that guy, that Inquisitor, was being referred to as Soren Abari. He didn't work directly for the Shrikes Temple. He was contracted with them, but he had a lot of dealings with them. As far as like your knowledge goes.
And he's dangerous, Greave?
He's extremely dangerous, and the people he works with are extremely dangerous. They are a threat not just to the Shrikes Temple, but to everything that we stand for. They mean to end the Shrike. They take young people or lost people and they brainwash them to work for them. I've lost countless young apprentices to the mantle. I shouldn't say countless because I can't count them actually. There's 15 of them under my command. The best I can describe it, now they are operating as a sort of a spy network. We're pretty sure that they may have spies in the temple, we're not sure. But if Grant Bellotier is involved now, then that only confirms my suspicions. They're active in this area.
I definitely don't believe this guy. Oh, let's go see
General Greaves, I believe you 100%.
And let's just go see your Inquisitors, but tell them no poking.
I hop on Theoden's horse and tell him to go back to town.
Latesh, where are you going?
Well, we have a meeting.
No, your meeting is with the temple. I'm sorry, I know that this is disrupting your plans, but this is far more important.
You're stalling our investigation. We have to pursue all leads. You speak of indoctrination, and yet we try to pursue this investigation further, and all you want to do is take us back to this temple.
If I'm remembering correctly,
His voice is starting to get a little bit of a dangerous tone to it.
if I remember correctly, your investigation was for the Primarch. Now, have you found something on the Primarch that could lead us to Bellotier? Because that's our investigation now.
And I'm telling you that we have a chance to meet with Bellotier.
You have set up a meeting with Grand Bellotier? This requires planning, Latesh. This requires planning. We must confer with the Inquisitors, and talk it over.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
Theoduin, from behind you, Bazakar stiffens for a second, and then he says, "Yes, all right. Yes, let's head to the temple. I think he's quite right." Because Greave has, in the meta, Greave has cast Dominate Person on Bazakar.
Can I roll investigation to see how tough this guy is?
Oh wait, are we about to roll initiative?
Fuck yeah, we are.
God, I hope not. On a danger level, in a scale of 1 to 20, this guy is about an 18. I straight up have a level 18 character sheet written up for this dude.
Well, let's go talk to the Inquisitors.
After a minute, this spell wears off.
Oh, and I'm fucking pissed.
I bet you are.
So after the spell wears off, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
And
He dominated me.
he looks at you and he's like,
Litesh, look, I get it, alright? You're upset. You're mad that I dominated you because I pwned you so hard. I can't overstate how important this is.
For us or for you?
and he pauses for just like a fraction of a second before he responds, and he's like,
For all of us, of course.
I'm like looking around, kind of like, do we stay or do I tell us to cheese it?
Oh, Nicholas, don't you have a show tonight at the inn? Like, aren't you on the schedule?
I am on the schedule. Greave,
Your
I am
reputation
gonna
is at
have to
stake.
head back tonight, though. I have an important show.
Graves, you know we
And
gotta
you
be
need-
there.
And you need at least 7 hours to prepare, so we should probably go back now.
"You're trying to convince him to go back because Bean has a show."
Yes.
They could
As
be
your
more like-
agent and head of the venture capitalists, this could really hurt the bank.
Could you like at least send a message to the inn and let them know, like, you know, the game up?
Yes, why don't I send a hawk? Shall I?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna assume we're going to the Shark's Temple unless this dude's gonna just get angry.
But Bazakar is formulating an escape plan
Okay, cool.
once he's out of our sight, if need be.
So you guys you're coming up to the temple, and Greave kind of looks at you, and you can tell like he's on edge now, like especially after having to dominate Bazakar, and like he knows what he's done to you guys as far as this goes. Like he knows he hasn't put you at ease, and so he's kind of he looks a little frazzled to you, and he's like,
Look, I get that this is new and scary or whatever, but I just need you to trust me. Your old Greave has never let you down before, right? So just trust me on this. Go in there, talk to the Inquisitors, answer their questions, be honest. They're gonna know, and we can sort this whole thing out, and then we'll tackle Bellatir. Deal?
Greaves, we're all capitalists here. You know how we can smooth this out? Double our income, half now, half later on completion. We're good.
I have a question though. I saw nothing, nothing. Do I really have to go with this?
I think because Greaves at the point where he doesn't know what it is that you do or don't know. So I guess if you had said that to him, then he would have responded like exactly that.
I don't know what you do or don't actually know. The Inquisitors will know, and if you aren't of use to their investigation, they'll send you back out here with me.
Right behind him, a big like cube of like bluish white light kind of like opens up in the air behind him.
There's the gate to the Inquisitor's chamber. Just step through.
Some of you who are versed in the arcane would recognize it as a nomad's gate.
All right then. And I just first one in.
So you guys enter this chamber, and there's a large crooked wooden desk because I'm awful at drawing. There's 3 hooded figures behind this like gnarled elderwood desk, and they're standing like behind it, and they're staring down at you, and you can't really see their faces. They all point fingers at you, and in your head, every single one of you guys hear, "Tell us what you know." And actually, we can go ahead and end there for tonight.
Cool.
Cool beans.
All right.
Thanks for playing, Brad.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the team.